Oh, I broke the box. See? Okay, apparently I'm live already. Okay, I'll get you a treat. Hang on, Bubba. I have absolutely no idea how to fix that. I'm going to have to recast it, I think. But that's okay. All right, well, let's share this around. Hold on. Facebook. Okay. I'll leave that down there. I can't believe I broke the box. That's gonna shit me now. Gonna have to recast another. That's all right. I'll just. Can I get that out? Oh, I can't believe I broke the lid. I suppose it's still kind of. Well, cut that off and that off. I suppose I can just make another lid. Well, there's nothing wrong with the lid, but... Ooh! Chopstick. Cut that off, have a chopstick through there, and yeah, okay, problem solved. Whoa! Doink! Knocked the camera. Hi, Alan, how you doing? Don't mind me, I'm just having a little chat to myself about some of the art projects I've got going on. How have you been? Get rid of that. Oh, I'm going to step on that later and it's going to really hurt. What's going on here with the light? Alan, if you have a question or would like a couple of cards, just let me know and I'm happy to pull some for you. There we go. Let's see if I can... Oh, well, I suppose I'll put the flash on. Okay. Okay. So did you want a general, Alan, or did you have a question that you wanted to ask? Hi, Juan. I hope I said that right. 3 cards. No worries, Alan. Okay. Alrighty. Let's go. Alan, how's your tummy at the moment? Feeling a bit... Look, I was feeling a bit nauseous. I was gonna go straight to stomach ulcers. I think it's just stress and worry. I don't think it's anything big and bad that you need to worry about, but there is a bit of stomach issue there. Look, there is a lack of transformation here. So I do want to say to you that if you have look, this is your plans and goals, right? So if you do have plans and goals for the year, I'm not really one of those, it's the beginning of the year, let's make all these big plans, because, if you want to make plans, do it. Doesn't matter what time, the time of year. But if you do have plans set out that you want to accomplish this year, there is a lack of transformation. So at the moment, I do feel like it's kind of at a standstill, or there might be hurdles. It just might not be, well, I can't put these into place. Every time I try to do something, I have to put out another fire. That is totally, totally fine, okay? This is what I feel like this stress or this worry is about. It's actually, I don't want you to feel like that you're standing still or not progressing. You actually are dealing with things that are popping up. It's called life. You are actually still living. So these projects and things, these changes that you want to make, these things you want to implement, it's going to be fine. You're going to do it. So... Excuse me, for me, I'm saying to you that, unfortunately, you work on the universe's schedule, not the universe works on your schedule, as you know. So just keep going with it. Just roll with the punches, go with the flow. It will be okay. You will get around to doing these things that you want, even though right now it might feel like you're never going to do it, or there might be too much in the way. Your energy might be dropping to the point where I can't be bothered. All of that will pass, okay? March is going to be a really good month for you. Now, you know that I don't normally go that far ahead, but there is something there in March, a big change. It could be work, it could be moving, but there is a big change there, and it's a very positive change, okay? So this is just like, don't let the emotions get on top of you. This is you, this is like being overwhelmed by stuff that you can't change. As you know, I always say, why waste energy in worrying about something that you can't change? You're just making yourself miserable. Accept it and then move on and put your energy into something else. So I always relate that to politics. You know, politics, well, it makes everybody angry, and us as an individual, we don't have the power to change whatever the politicians are doing. So instead of getting angry about it, go and plant a flower or go for a walk or do something else. Put your energy into something positive that will make you feel better, not negative. Okay? I hope that helped. Going for another check this week. Good. What I do want to say is what I'm picking up isn't anything major. So don't get in your head and stress and worry about that, okay? Those plans could be, you know, good health coming. It is coming, but yeah, just go with the flow and roll with the punches. It'll be fine, okay? Hope that helps, sir. Hi, everybody that's coming in. Hi, Nick. Oh, don't be silly, Nick. Totally understand. Hope you're feeling better today, babes. Let me know if you have a question or you want 3 cards and I'll pull for you. Hey, Anthony. Harley and Heather, if you have a question or would like 3 cards, let me know. And I'm happy to do that. Same with you, Anthony. If you have a question, you let me know too. Okay. Oh, this table is so wobbly. I'm gonna fix it tomorrow. Could I just have a general, please? Of course, Nick. Anything for you, sweetheart. Okay. Okay, this is actually kind of on par as last night. Like I said, the optimism, the energy, it was kind of down, which, like I said, was unusual for you. I think we both now know what that was or what that is. I do see you holding on to something like I did last night. Like there's just one thing, concentrate on that, work towards that, and you're going to be able to make your way through this, okay? Now, there is spirit energy around you. So again, we know what this is. This spirit energy, I made this card when I'm doing a one-on-one to show that there is spirits around you. You obviously know who that is, but this is also a card of support. There is a lot of support, a lot of love around you. So you're not alone. You're not going through this alone. You know, there is love and energy coming in, okay? Now, this is the surprise and celebration card. It's upside down. So it is saying that there is no big bad surprises, okay? Like you're through the worst of it. It's not like a chain of events where it comes in 3s. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But this is the whole thing. Don't start asking yourself what else could go wrong or what's next, because you know the answer, the universe will answer you and you won't like the answer. Now, this is the succubus card, the draining of the energy. It's upside down. So again, it is saying that with all this love and support and all this focus and concentration, you are going to be able to get through this. You are going to kind of pass through the grieving stage a little bit, because for psychics like yourself and I that read for people that experience spirits on the other side, death is still hard for us, but it's a little bit easier in a way because we know for 100% fact that there's another side, that there are spirits around us, because we work with them all the time. So the general public might believe that there are spirits, which is great, but they don't have that 100%, it's a fact, I know, because it's been, you know, you've had so many experiences. And that's where we're a little bit blessed, where when we do lose somebody, we may physically lose them, but we still don't lose that connection because they're always around us, whether that be a person or an animal, Okay. So there is that. Just remember, there's a lot of love, a lot of youth, a lot of young energy around you at the moment, which is really, really beautiful. Okay. I hope that helps, sweetheart. And if you ever need me, just reach out. You know I'm always here for you. Okay. Um, if you have any other questions or anything, just let me know. Harley, you'll go 3 cards. Okay. Harley, let's have a look. Harley, I feel like you've got your eyes set on something. It may be someone, but it's not them. It's not the thing that you've got your heart set on. It's over their shoulder. Okay, so hypothetically, don't worry about the cards at the moment. I'm seeing you looking at this person, right? And they're looking at you, and you're kind of sussing them out. It's this. Are you interested? Are you not? Okay. Again, I'm just saying it's a person. I actually think that it could be a job or even maybe a purchase of some sort, like a car. This isn't the one for you, but the one for you is right behind them. If you kind of, I feel like saying, open your mind a little bit, you'll be able to see past this and see the thing that is meant for you. Okay, so what I'm getting is that let's just say that you're a teenager. I actually don't know if you're male or female for starters, because I'm not going into all of that. But let's just say that you're a teenager and you're like, okay, I'm single, and this person is the usual person I go for. They're really attractive, and they're they've got all the qualities you normally go for, but that person is also like, the bad boy or the bad girl, whatever. And it never ends well. So it's like you're kind of sussing out, should I or shouldn't I? But if you open up to, well, maybe I'll go a different path, then you'll see this person just over their shoulder. It could be their friend, it could be their associate. I don't think so, but it is somebody else that's in the picture that I don't think you have really given a good look at. And that's the person that's going to make you really happy. Now, I've given you this example, making it about a person. I actually felt like it was an opportunity or something that we were looking at, okay? Now, this card here is the question and pathway card, and it's upside down. So to me, this is like you need to open your mind to other possibilities, okay? So hypothetically, you want to buy a red car, a red car, red car, red car. So you go looking for a whole bunch of red cars and you can't find a car that you really like that happens to be red. But there are a lot of great black cars or green cars or blue cars. You need to open your mind to the possibility of buying a different colored car. And like later on down the track, you could always go and get buy a green car and get it sprayed red. Like there are different pathways to get what you want, to get where you're wanting to go, okay? But you do need to just like take a step back, open up. Is there a different way of doing this? Rather than, nah, this is the only way I can do it, is by putting my head down and working out this job that I really hate, that, treats me like crap. No, there could be a better job for you around the corner. More money, less work, a better workplace. It's that sort of energy that I want to that you need to tap into, that I want to get into, okay? Now, this is the older gentleman card. So this is actually a really good sign, okay? You can see on this card, there's a hole here. If this is upside down, normally it symbolizes somebody that's hit rock bottom. This card as itself, this person has climbed out from rock bottom. They've learnt from they've learnt from history, and look how confident he's storming off into the future. This is kind of you. When you find that path, when you get that focus of this is what I want, I'm going after it. It is a good thing, but that's what's blocking you at the moment, because sometimes you need to go, okay, this isn't working. I'll try a different way, but as long as you're going after that end goal. It's not about the journey. Like in this case, it's not about the journey, it's about the destination. So feel free to change around what you're doing in order to get where you want to go. But this is, you are going to take the world by storm. This is very confident. You can see the darkness here is behind them and they're starting to walk into the light. This is all very, very positive. Now, this card here is the older woman card, but this is a card of reflection. So I'm going to turn it up the right way for a second. You can see a mirror here and a mirror here. So this woman is like really second guessing herself, double checking, making sure everything, she's in between two mirrors. So she's constantly looking over her shoulder, making sure everything's right. Now, this generally talks about stress and worry that, you know, a lot of times when we are super focused on getting our goal, we're worried that if we stop, if we're not working 100% of the time, then something bad's going to happen, or we're going to slip backwards, or we're not going to get where we want to go. There is this need to take a step back and enjoy the journey. I know I just said that it's about the destination when it comes to checking other pathways, but life is not about the destination. The destination for us as living beings is death. So it's not about the destination. It's about the journey, which is life, you know, what we go through, what we learn, who we meet. It's all that sort of thing. So this is kind of like taking a step back, chill. You've got everything under control. You're headed in the right direction, but there's just a little bit of change that needs to happen there about which way you go. Okay. I hope that helps. Also, these lives get stuck to my YouTube channel. So if you ever want to refer back to the reading, it's always going to be up there. You can always come back and rewatch it if you like. Okay. Is there anybody else that wants some cards or have a question? Feel free. I'm going to start being on YouTube more often, I think. I really got to start building it up. I get on here and I'm like, I could be playing Fortnite. I mean, no, I'm joking. Okay. I feel like you visited last night in bed. Nick, I have no doubt. I still feel like he's right there with you. So I think it'll be, well, I was going to say 3 days. 3 days to a week where you'll be feeling his energy. And then I feel like it's kind of like he needs to pass on. Otherwise, you can't fully heal. But he will come back like they always do. Not a problem, Harley, sorry. My pleasure. Anthony, you'll take a general, please. Not a problem. Always good to see you, my friend. Okay, Anthony. Okay, I'll be honest, Anthony. This is a little bit hard. I mean, all jokes aside, wow. Okay, so what I'm seeing is actually similar to what I was seeing for Harley. It's kind of like you're looking diagonal this way, and they're saying this person here, and it's like you have to go around. And look, honestly, the energy that I'm feeling is kind of like you may have, it's almost like you're thinking this person is going to help you, but it's actually this person. Look, I know you've just gone for the job or the interview. Honestly, it could be that you think that this promotion is going to be what really helps you, but it's actually this one. Okay, I'm actually getting drawn to a person. It's not romantic. There is a male there, but it's kind of like it's almost like this person behind the scenes is the one that's been helping you. That it's almost like it's somebody that you don't realize that you've had such a big impact on. And they're the one that are really singing your praises, okay? So we already know that you have this way of making people fall in love with you, whether they're straight, gay, male, female, dog, cat, whatever. So you've done it again. You're Britney Spears, you've done it again. So there is this person, look, it could be a very strong female, a very masculine female. Look, I already said, but that Bernadette woman already is a big fan of you. It could be the one that's standing in place for her, actually. That could actually be it. I think she's really taken with you in a really positive way. Okay, so there is... okay, so look, honestly, when I'm looking at the cards for you, I feel like that, with all honesty, I feel like that this promotion could possibly pass you by. Like I said, the things that they've said to you and the way they've spoken to you, it sounds like they've already got somebody else in mind. And it's got nothing to do with you or your resume. You know that it's glowing and everybody loves you there. But it's kind of like, I feel like it was almost promised to this other person, like a handshake sort of deal, which that sort of shit has actually gone out of where you work, but there's still something there. So I do feel like that it's somebody else that's there, because this is the emotion card. Okay, so this is I really want to say to you, even though that there's a lot going on in this card, look on the bright side. Okay, so again, you're in two minds whether you want this promotion. Like, you'd take it if it was offered to you, great. But also, we've talked about in the past, you've already had so many promotions in the last 24 months, 12 to 24 months, that you've got to be careful that you don't end up somewhere that you don't want to be. Now, yes, this is a temporary role, and that's your whole thing. Like, it's just temporary and I can go back to my job. Well, hypothetically, let's say that they make it temporary and then turn around and go, no, we're going to make you permanent, Anthony. And you're like, oh shit, I wasn't prepared. I wasn't ready for that. Like, you've really got to be, when you're applying for this role, you've really got to be in the mindset of, yes, I definitely want this. This is the next thing for me, which I think we've talked about. Now, having said all of this is the surrender card. It's upside down. So it's literally saying, don't give up. So if it turns out that you don't actually get this current promotion, don't overthink it, don't overstress, don't bash yourself up like you do, like, oh, I could have done better and I didn't do. No, because the only reason I feel that you won't get this is because it's promised to somebody else. Now, even they're actually saying to me right now that just because it's promised to them doesn't mean the other person's going to take it. So that's where I think it's in limbo. So I think Wednesday, Thursday at the latest, you'll find out one way or another what's going on. But this is saying don't give up. If you don't get this promotion, then don't give up, because it's the next one. Like I said, 3 months, there'll be another one. And I don't even know if you'll apply for that one in 3 months. I think you'll wait 6 to 8 months before you go for the next promotion, because you will have finished some stuff and you will be ready for it wholeheartedly, okay? And this is the question and pathway card. So at the moment, we're talking about pathway, as in there are different... You don't have to be railroaded into... I know you feel like if you don't apply for the job, then it says that you don't want it. Again, that might be the way they're saying it, because if I was your boss and I wanted to manipulate you into going for a promotion because I wanted you to advance, that's the sort of thing that I would say to you. Oh, you've got to prove it to them, because if you don't go for the promotion, then, they'll just be like, oh, well, he didn't want the job. It's that sort of energy that I'm getting. So you can be manipulated in a positive way as well as a negative. So just watch that. Don't feel that you have to apply for these jobs unless you really want it. Okay. I know you're stuck in I do want it, but you've got to be that whole 100. Yeah, no, 100% I want this. And that's how you've felt in the past with all the other promotions, and you've gotten it. So being in limbo, even with a temporary role, that could be the universe could be, look on the bright side, it's doing you a favor. Maybe it's not ready. Because if you're not 100% ready for it, look, you would apply yourself 100%, but if you're not 100% ready for it, then it is very possible that, you might stuff up the job or not do a good job. And then when the full-time role comes up and you're put in your application, they might be like, oh, look, you didn't really do a good job, or your heart wasn't in it with the permanent, the part-time, that it might fall apart. Okay, so just make sure you're really going after what you want. Okay. Thank you for joining. Hi, Monique. And yeah, Nick, if you want to ask another question, feel free. Monique, if you want to ask a question or 3 cards, feel free. Ooh. Okay. Not a problem, sir. We'll see if we don't get any more action. I might just call it at 7:30. But I was planning on going to 8. But I was actually saying to Anthony before, I felt like tonight was going to be really busy for some reason. General, please, not a problem. Rogue Remedies, the Melting Pot Tarot. Hello. If you'd like a question or 3 cards, let me know. Wow. Sorry, Monique, just give me a sec. Nick, that could actually be related to me in some way, but I think it's going to be something. Okay, I'll get into that in a sec. Let me do Monique, because I'm like, yeah, the TV show that I'm doing is going to air soon. It could be somehow related to that, but I don't think it is. Okay, Monique. Monique, how did you go with the interview today, sweetheart? Picking up on your energy, it's like all I got was a bag of dicks, and I don't know what that means. I don't know what that was about. But the role today, so thank you for awesome. Good work. Sorry, I was looking at the ceiling. Being offered the role. That is absolutely fine. That's what this celebration card is actually, yay, celebration. Now, like I was saying to you last night, I want you to, like, if you accept that offer, great. There's nothing big or bad there. I'm not saying be worried or scared or anything. What I am saying, what they're saying to me is, if you happen to have another job interview for something else, make sure you go for it, okay? Just because you've accepted this job offer does not mean that you've accepted to put your life... Hey! Oh, sorry, mate. Guys, hold on one sec. There's some random person. Hey, what number? 6. Glass door. Yeah. No worries. Yeah, cheers. Oi, you stop it. That's naughty. No. No, it's not food for you. Sorry, guys. Uber Eats turned up for my neighbor, and my dog is like, oh, food, hungry. Okay, so Monique, it's again not about not taking the current job. Please do it. But I still want you to go for any interviews that are outstanding, and I want you to keep an eye on future jobs coming up around the place. Don't just throw in the towel and go, okay, great. Like, it's hard because I want you to feel comfortable and relaxed that the pressure's off, here I am. But again, that doesn't mean that you have to be there for the rest of your life or the rest of your career. Keep your options open. You know that sometimes you need to bounce. There is a bit of stress and anxiety, which is just normal. Like, that's the normal start of a job, and worrying that you've got a bit of PTSD from what you've been through in your last couple of jobs, especially the last one, the way it ended and everything that you went through. So you're going to have this automatic fear of, oh my God, yeah, I'm here, yep, and being over the top and overly polite and overly confident and overly nice and all of that stuff. Totally understandable. Most people, when they start a new job, are like that. But remember what I said, take your time. Don't do 200% because then you're going to set that expectation. So just go in, remember to breathe, learn, and then just do what you can do, okay? Actually take it slow for the first couple of days, first couple of weeks, whatever, and then step it up as you get more confident, but don't overdo it, because that will lead to more stress and worry, because you'll have to constantly, it's like being in competition with yourself. Each week you'll have to constantly beat what you did last week, and there's just no win-win there for you. Speaking of win-win, there is money. Awesome. Sorry, I just looked down and there is a contract. Good. That is awesome, because there is money here. I feel like that this could be related to overtime, extra shifts, covering other people, maybe bonuses and incentives. But there is extra money there apart from what you're already on. There may be even a pay rise there, okay? Now, I do want to say to you that when this 12-month contract is up, there is going to be an opportunity to stay where you are, but I like the fact that you've got a 12-month contract, because it allows you to find, I don't want to say a real job, because this is a real job, but like I said, it's a stepping stone to something else, okay? So yeah, there are a lot of prosperity, a lot of good times ahead. So just keep moving forward, keep working, and you'll get to it. You'll get it all done. Okay. And congratulations, of course, by the way. Congratulations. Um, okay. Yeah, I think um I think they're in love with your resume. But remember, I've said to you that sometimes your resume is very I feel like you're overqualified for the position that you're in, and they can see that, so they're eager to see your work experience and how you work, and I feel like that they will try and uh, like promote you into another position and get you doing more work. But no, they've got their eyes on you in a very good way. So again, that's why I'm saying don't overdo it. Just do what you can. Work it even a little bit slower to begin with, because if you go in there and smash them in the face with 200% of your energy, then you're going to have to keep doing that. They're just going to rub their hands together. And any day that you go in and you do a normal day's work, they'll be like, "What's wrong with you? Why, your performance is down." You'll be like, it'll just drive you insane. Okay. I hope that helps, sweetheart. Okay, so Nick, to answer your question, I actually felt like it was something like a good morning show or something like that. I've told you that you're going to be you are somebody special as a psychic, okay? Obviously, the psychics, we're a dime a dozen. Occasionally, somebody does pop out and stand out like a diamond in the rough, and I really do believe that you are on the beginning journey of that. Now, look, there is good and bad to all of this, but to say this TV show, I really do feel like I'm looking at you on like a morning show, and you're like, yeah, come down. It's some sort of festival or some sort of gathering that you've organized, and it's very empowering, and they're trying to get more people down. So it could have something to do with the moon circles, but it's during the day. But it's like it could even be like, I don't want to say a women empowerment movement group sort of thing, because there are men there. But it's that sort of come down, get your energy. It could be a group meditation or something like that, but it's going to be something local that people are getting involved in. It's also somehow tied to the self-hypnosis, not self-hypnosis, but hypnosis that I see you going to do. It could actually be that, like I've said to you before, you just pick this up and you help the right person that might be connected to a television show that's like, oh my god, she's amazing, and they throw you in like that. Okay, so look, all of this is just the beginning. You've got a long way to go, but it's going to be a good journey, and it's going to pick up pace and become a lot faster that you get there. All right. So look, this is the danger and authority card. So this is, look, I think you're smart enough to know if you sign any sort of contract. I don't know what this contract is regarding TV or whatever. Make sure that you get it checked and don't just agree to all of this stuff without benefiting from it, okay? And what I mean by that is, you know that the universe is very much 50-50. Up, down, black, white, left, right. Give and get and give, okay? We can't just give to people without getting something in return. And we're brought up to believe that that's evil. No, that's the way the universe is. Just like we can't get something without giving something back, okay? So there is, you're a giver, you need to be a little bit of a taker, okay? So there is that, watching your back and making sure that you're not overdoing for people, okay? Now, this is still, you're still finding your way, you're still getting there, you're still learning, there's still more to go. But I do feel like that there is something to do with TV, like a chance encounter or something like that, that is going to bring in more stuff. There is a little bit of fame there, but to me, I've always seen you as accumulating fame. So there's definitely something there. It could be that you end up having a podcast or something on YouTube, or wherever you do podcasts, and it turns into like a TV show, because you would be really good at something like that as well. You've got this presence that is amazing. So that would be very positive as well. But there is still learning to go, and this is kind of like, just watch yourself as far as making sure that you've got that energy high, that anything is possible and there's no reason why this can't happen, you know. We spend all day, every day telling clients about, you know, don't close things off. Don't ever say, no, that can't happen, because you create that negativity. So this is kind of like, watch yourself, listen to yourself, take your own advice, you know, it's that sort of energy. Okay. So, yeah, it's going to be all good. All right. As always, I hope, yeah, I know you look after both women and men. And that's what's really good. I just feel, yeah, look, a lot of times when it comes to, you know, meditation groups and energy, anything to do with energy, it's sexist, but it's true. 90% it's female. Because a lot of guys are brought up to be real macho. Oh, don't believe in that bullshit, blah, 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 blah. And the other rest of the guys are just shit scared. They don't have any understanding and, oh, I don't want to fuck with that. Which is most of the hardcore, tatted up guys that I know are very much like, no, 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 I'm not messing with that. I don't. And it's like, you'd actually really enjoy it. But if you pitch it to them from a different point of view, not so much meditation, it's a different story. But it is what it is. Yeah, I'm not surprised. There will be more men coming in. Okay, Monique, you have a tendency to do that. Oh, okay, yes, yes. Okay, so Heather. Where's your, sorry. Found a brass coin this evening that has a horseshoe with the words, my good luck always accompany the bearer. That's pretty cool. Look, as well as being psychic, I'm actually a witch, and I do create talismans and amulets as well. So the fact that you've found one, that's pretty much it, is meant to be yours. What I would do is I would take it home and cleanse it with some salt water. If you don't want to use salt water, you can, in case it rusts or whatever, which it won't, but you can just put it on a plate with some salt and kind of bury it. Next full moon, as Nick, the roaming intuitive, would tell you, take it out into under the moonlight and just imagine a big white beam charging it like a battery, like the way you charge your phone. And just know that it is going to bring you luck. But if you have a question, let me know. Same as anybody else. There's a couple of people still watching, which is good. Can we get a card pull on the prosperity card? Okay, well, all right, I'll look into prosperity and wealth for you, Heather. It is pretty bleak. Look, there is, regardless of this coin, there is spirit that is sending you positive energy at the moment. I feel like that you've gone through and started to kind of wake up to the way the universe works. Everything that I was just saying earlier about, you know, you can't just give to people and, you know, that's good karma is not sacrificing yourself for somebody else. That's not good karma. The universe looks at you're like that as you're an idiot. Okay, so the rules are, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anybody else, do whatever you want, okay? So part of that as being a good person, if you've got $5 left in your account, you need to buy food, but somebody else is like, oh, I need to borrow $5 so I can go buy a coffee. And you're like, oh, yeah, here you go. And you give them the last $5. We're brought up to think that that means good karma because you've sacrificed and you've gone without, well, by giving to this other person. That's not how it works. The universe looks at you and go, well, now you're going to go hungry, so you're hurting yourself. That's stupid. It's the equivalent of sticking a knife in the side, like picking up a butter knife or a carving knife and sticking it into your leg. You are still hurting yourself. It's just in a different way. So that's not how good karma works, okay? So if you have $10 and need $5 for food and have that extra $5, yeah, sure, then you can lend it to somebody. But if that's the last of your money and you need to look after yourself, you've got to look after yourself first. Same as being on a plane. You've got to put on your oxygen mask before you put on the child's oxygen mask next to you, okay? So it is that sort of energy. Again, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anybody else, go with God. Now, with this prosperity thing, I think you're starting to get a general understanding of well, the universe does work. There is energy out there. There is, I believe, and that's great. But now you're trying to actually become part of that energy as far as, well, how can I make this energy work for me? What do I do? How do I do this? And that's great. By going down that track, you are going to find the answers. And it's very easy to create positive energy around you and bring things in. It's so easy, and we just don't do it because we're not built that way. Society doesn't build us to be positive energy people. It's actually the opposite. Okay, so one of the things is you've got to get rid of heartache and pain that you've got from the past. We all have it, but we have to accept it, we have to process it, and we have to let it go. Okay, accept that it is what it is. We've learned from it. We're not going to do that again. You need to forgive yourself if you've made any mistakes, and that will automatically start to let go of a lot of the crap. Now, I feel like you're in that stage, and that's when people start feeling better, and they're like, there's something to this energy, there's something to this. So the next step after that is believe that anything is possible, both good and bad. We understand straight off the bat, because of everything we go through, that the bad things, anything's possible, because we have so much trauma in our life. But when it comes to good things happening, we have little experience with that. So our faith and our hope in in good things happening, it's not as strong as believing in the bad. So that's something that you've got to rectify, okay? Because if you're like, let's go with the lotto. I want to win the lotto, but I'm never going to, but I still play. Straight away, you're sticking out negative energy like a brick wall in front of you saying, no, I'm never going to win, but I'm going to try. And we think that, oh, well, I'm trying, so that says something. No, the universe is like, well, if you don't think, again, you're stupid. If you don't think you're going to win, why are you even trying? And logically that makes sense. So the energy you've got to be putting out there is not so much I'm never going to win, is like the odds of me winning, I probably won't win. I probably won't win, but I've got to be in it to win it. And you've got to jump on that bandwagon, okay? And you'll find yourself, you might not win the jackpot, but you start winning little bits of money here and there a little bit more. Now, this is not me advocating gambling. I would never do that, but I'm giving you this as an example. So wake up in the morning and be like, okay, well, today anything could happen. I could meet the Prince Charming. I could win the lotto. I could have a really great day. Like, there's no reason why that can't happen. So it's about training yourself, reprogramming yourself to be open to this positive stuff, and that's when positive stuff's going to start happening. So my roundabout way of saying to you is, I do feel like your finances and your prosperity and all of that is changing. I see light here where you are, and I see darkness and shadow here. Now, to be completely honest, you're facing the darkness and shadow. So this isn't so much the future is going to be dark and foreboding. It's actually kind of like, it's almost like you're looking at this darkness and rubbing your hands together going, okay, bring it on. I'm ready to tackle this now. And that's a really, really positive, great energy to have. That's where you're going to take the world by fire. I think this next chapter of your life that's coming for you is going to be one of the best yet, because you're going to be putting out fires. You're going to be fixing problems. You're going to be like, I can't believe I ever let this person get under my skin. Like, they're so not worth it. It's that maturing, it's that wisdom, it's that, yeah. So this is the pathway and question card, okay? It's upside down. It's kind of like, look, this is kind of like, look, you need to, you haven't really asked these big questions. You haven't been in a state where you've opened your mind to possibilities and how the universe works. And that's not because you haven't been interested or you've been busy, but I really feel like that you've been surrounded by people that have really kept you closeted and bogged down with enough problems that there's just no way you could possibly ask those big questions. I feel like that's come to an end. So now it is time to start asking questions. And I feel like you need to start working on manifesting what you want to come to pass. So start small, work big, This is the get out there more card, okay? This is a hibernation and protection card. It being upside down is literally get out. Anthony, you funny little, I went to swear at you. Anthony has just quoted my favorite quote, and he's being funny because I always say it to him. You cannot set yourself on fire to warm another person, which is so true. Because, you can't hurt yourself in order to help somebody else. The universe doesn't appreciate it, it thinks you're stupid. That's not good karma, and you end up being, burnt, and they get to be nice and cozy. Where's the justice in that? It doesn't work that way. So thank you very much, mister. And okay, so this is the hibernation and protection card. It's upside down, so it is saying get out there a little bit more. And, you know, um, this isn't literally just get out of the house more, which is really great. Go to the ocean, go to the bush, get some nature into you, great. But this is also think outside the box. Start asking yourself bigger questions. Have a bit of a think about things. Don't go too big, because if you think too big, like, well, if the universe exists and the universe created us, then who created the universe? Your brain will explode. We as humans are not capable of understanding all that shit. So don't go too big. You'll drive yourself in crazy, okay? But look at the universe as always expanding, and, it's going somewhere. It's that sort of thing. Think outside the box. Ask some of the bigger questions about how energy works and all of that, where you fit into it, but don't go too big, because the world is full of physicists and astrophysicists that have asked these big questions, that have broken their brain to the point where, you watch Big Bang, they make jokes of it, but their brain doesn't work properly, because we just don't have the capacity to understand those big questions. All right. Now, this is the balance card, mind, body, and spirit. This is you finding your way, becoming one with the universe. Look, there could be meditation involved. Now, meditation, I would go and follow Nick, the Roaming Intuitive, here on YouTube. She does moon circles and stuff like that, and she's live all the time on TikTok as well. Go follow her over there. But yeah, it could just be getting an understanding of how this works and what it's doing. Like, go and join one of the moon circles just to see what it's about, experience it, see if it's information or a feeling that resonates with you. Now, what I mean by that is, if you pick up a book and you read all about spiritual energy and psychics and blah, 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 that's one person's book, one person's opinion, okay? It's up to you to, oh, my battery's going to die. Wow. It's up to you to pick and choose what makes sense to you, what you feel, yeah, that's right, I agree with that. And what you don't agree with. There's going to be other stuff where you'll pick up something about psychic energy, and some people believe that it is okay to, if somebody hurts you, to go and hurt them. It is okay to send negative energy at somebody that's sending negative energy at you. Personally, I don't believe that. You attract what you send out, whether somebody's sending it to you or not. But that's where it's up to you to pick and choose what makes sense to you. Work out the formula of your own life, okay? And that's where this is coming. Okay. All right. I was going to go until 7:45, guys, but my phone is flashing, so I might just do one or two quick last questions. Is there anybody else that has that wants to ask a question? I've still got 20%, so I've got plenty of time. Actually, I should be able to make it to 8. But if not, then it is cool. Rogue remedies. Oh gosh, I need to read more. If you're still there, I can. What am I missing? My business. If you're still, oh yeah, what am I missing? Okay, sweet. There is some sort of networking, and there is some networking that you need to be doing, as in meeting other people. Don't look at people like they're competitors. Look at them as people that you can learn from, and people that may be able to learn from you. Now, that's got nothing to do with this is going to help with your business per se, but it is going to start getting you more connected to everything that you're doing. And it's going to open, like, I don't know, I'm getting the sense that it'll make you feel like a bigger person that you're doing this, but which is great. But from that, you're going to be like, okay, we're all on the same path. We're all trying to do the same thing. So instead of working against each other, let's work with each other. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you're trying to work against people at all, but it's just this kind of, there's a click that's going to happen where you're just going to feel like you're part of a bigger thing where everything is working together. Okay. Now, sorry, I just looked down at chat. Okay, so the other thing is there is something to do with advertising. It could be a social media platform advertising thing, but it's not just online. There is the need for some sort of billboard or wait, that's the wrong word. Some sort of like board or some sort of something that people can see right in front of them. I don't know if you've got a premises, but it's kind of like you need to put signs up around the corner or something that are just right in front of people's face, and impulsively they're just going to walk in. Okay, now I know that it's in your name, remedies, but I am getting something to do with. I don't know. Again, if you have a shop, I feel like that you need to stock herbs. Maybe it's pre-made powders from other people, like you get psychic blends and psychic teas that increase your psychic ability and stuff like that. It may be pre-purchasing stuff like that, but that will bring people in as well. And they'll look at this and go, well, clearly you know what you're doing and what you're talking about. Now, let's face it, I don't do all of that, but and people don't go, oh, well, you're not doing psychic tea, you don't know what you're doing. It's not that sort of scenario. It's just these are things that I feel like are really going to help. Okay, let me just pull out some cards. Okay. All right. So, look. There is something that you need to give up. This is separation. I am actually getting surrender card, okay? There is something, it might be an idea, it might be something that you're working towards right now, but it's kind of a dream or a goal that you need to put to the side for the moment. And that's what this heartbreak and sadness card is, okay? Because it is going to pick up, it is going to be what you want, but right now it's causing more harm than good. Okay, so hypothetically, let's say that you want to expand, you've got a physical shop and you want to buy the business next door and make a big shop and you're working towards that. And that's a really great thing. But right now, the money might not be there, the customers might not be there. This is actually saying you need to separate yourself from that. You need to put it aside for the moment. And yeah, it might be something that you're really, really excited about and got your heart set on. And there might be a little bit of disappointment with it. But this is a separation card, okay? Meaning it can come back together. It's not, there's no chance of getting this plan. It's kind of like putting it on hold for the moment. And the same as this sadness and heartbreak card, when it's upside down, it talks about reunion. It talks about mending that broken heart. So again, both of these cards are like, yeah, it sucks. You need to put this off for the moment, but it does talk about it resolving in a positive way. Okay. Now this card, which is this way for you. This way up is, that monster that drains our energy and all of that, whatever that is. Like it can be anxiety, it can be worry, it can be people, all that sort of thing. But this is actually saying that by separating yourself, by putting something on hold or putting something off for now, it really is going to allow you to get your energy back and focus and clarity to move in the direction you want to go. Okay? I really hope that helped. Okay. Bianca, can I please ask what is coming up for me and my career? Sending love. Okay. All right, Bianca. Let's have a look. Oh, I'm glad. Okay, Bianca. Ooh. Bim, 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 bim. Okay, Bianca, look, I am seeing a bit of success there. I am seeing word of mouth being spread. Like this is good. It's kind of like you start with friends and friends of friends and it goes from there. Now, the only thing that I'm getting, wow, the same cards are all coming out tonight. The thing that I'm getting there is a little bit of, not so much a warning. Like this is the worst card in my deck of cards. It's upside down. So again, it's not so much of a warning. It's more like just a heads up. Okay. There are going to be people that look at you differently, that are connected through friends or family or something like that. Like, I know that when I first started doing this and I read for some like distant relatives in Queensland that I speak to like once a year, I absolutely blew them out of the water. One of their dog got stolen. I'm like, it's two houses back on the left hand side. You're just gonna just stick your head over the fence and you'll see the dog in the backyard. They've stolen it for dog fighting. And that's exactly what my cousin went and did. They found the dog, they brought it back. The guy was caught out, and they had all of these dog collars, like a billion dog collars, and you could tell that it was a dog fighting ring. So they were completely blown away. So they look at me weird now. It's not I'm cousin Aaron, I'm the psychic. And it's like, so there is this kind of, old school. What I'm trying to say is, in the olden days, people would be whispering behind your back, she's a witch. Now, this isn't in a negative way, okay? That's why it's like, it's not a bad thing. It's not people gossiping about you, but it is kind of like, oh my God, it's kind of like, oh, do we invite this person to a party? Because are they going to read our mind and find out all our secrets? It's stupid shit like that. And it's not actually going to be a problem, but you are going to start to sense this sort of vibe. And it's very much up to you to realize that, people are just sometimes, we fear what we don't know. And, even to this day, I've got people around me that, oh, you're a psychic. Does that mean you can read my head and read my thoughts? And are you in my personal space right now? And I'm like, it doesn't work that way, but okay, unless I want it to, which I don't. I find that, that's not the way you do it. So again, this card here is the woman checking over her shoulder, making sure she's doing everything right. This is upside down. So don't stop. Don't second guess yourself. This is also about your ability. Don't second guess your ability, because again, a lot of people are going to be like, you're going to say stuff to them and they're going to be like horrified and just get up and walk out. And you're going to think, well, fuck, I guess I was completely wrong. No, you were spookily accurate, and they're going to not know how to handle it. So don't second guess your power. Don't second guess other people around you, because they are, they're experiencing their own journey. Just know that you're on the right path, okay? There's transformation here. So this is actually improvement. This is getting bigger. This is spreading to more people. But I've got to tell you, I also feel like that there's an element of getting over it, I guess you could say, where you're like, on second thought, I don't know if I want to do this because of A, B, and C. Okay, so just be aware that could happen, and if that happens, so be it. You may need to be a reader and run your own business at the moment for a certain purpose, but you're actually meant to go further or do something else, or and there's no danger involved. There's nothing bad that's going to happen. You're not going to run out of money. I don't know why I'm saying that to you, but I do feel like that, word of mouth is going to be your biggest friend here. And I do feel like there is, I do feel like that I need to say to you, your business is going to come in waves. Just like the energy does, I'm sure you're aware, just like the moon phases, all that, it's going to come in waves. So one week you might be ridiculously busy where you've got 30 people booked in, hypothetically. And then the next week you might have 2, and you'll be like, what just happened? You'll get emotional whiplash. So just go with the flow, okay? The way I look at it, like I run my own business, I do this full time. So there are some weeks where I'm ridiculously busy, where I need to stay up almost to midnight to fit people in, which is stupid. I've stopped doing that. I'm just like, well, I don't have time. You're going to have to book in next week. And then I'll have weeks where I'm relatively slow. Like I will be sitting here going, well, I could be doing a little bit more, like, and this is where I'm going to start going live more often. So I'm in the same boat. It comes in waves. But what I tend to find is that those slow weeks where we've got less work, it's generally because, I'm needed elsewhere apart from my work. The other week it was really, really slow. And then I get a phone call, and my 78-year-old mother fell down and fractured her femur. She's totally fine now, but I needed to be there and I needed to help her. So it was handy that work was slow at that time. And then the second that I came home and my mum was fine, I got busy again. So sometimes it's the universe that's doing it, okay? So don't think it's all bad and it's going to end badly, all right? Okay. I hope that helped. All right, guys, I think I might leave it there. Now, this video is going to stay on my YouTube channel in case in like 6 months' time you want to come back and see what's going. Oh, hold on really quick. Monique, going on a women's retreat in Italy, 2026. No worries, Bianca. My pleasure. In 2026, very, very possible, Monique, but there's going to be two retreats before that that are going to be local. One's going to be in Queensland and one's going to be in New South Wales. Okay, but plan for the Italy one 100% because that would be breathtaking. But also get to know Nick because there's something there as well with Nick that like you guys are very. I was going to say you're on similar paths, but you're not. You're on very different paths, but you're both kind of looking for the same thing. So maybe have a conversation because yeah, that'd be good for both of you. Okay, guys, I'll leave it there. Until I will be back next Sunday on TikTok and next Monday on YouTube. I'm gonna try and sporadically, randomly go live on both TikTok and YouTube during the week. So as long as you're subscribed, you'll get that notification that I'm live. Feel free to come and say g'day. But until then, I just read that, Nick. Yeah, well, there you go. Go together. All right. Well, until next week, guys, take it easy. Nick, if you need anything, reach out. Mr. Anthony, as always, take care. And I'll talk to you guys later. See you. Bye.